Welcome back. Now, this is a penny in my hand. You probably have many of these maybe in the cup holder in your car, in the cushions in your couch. But what you may not know is it could also keep you from having a car accident.
Oh, well, Steve Armstrong is here to show us the trick to staying safe and other summer tire safety tips. Steve, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I know it seems like kind of an obvious question, but why is tire safety so important for us here in Tucson?
Biggest reason is the heat. Heat is very hard on tires. We have more tire problems, blowouts, separations than most of the rest of the country. So we want to keep them aired up correctly, keep them inspected. There's some things you can do to help keep everybody safe, you know, yourself and everyone driving beside you.
And that's a good point, too, because it's not just about who's in our car, which is obviously very important to us, but we have to think about everybody.
Correct.
And so that's, did you hear that?
Yes.
More blowouts here than like anywhere else. So where are we going to start?
Probably the penny test. So we've been talking about a penny.
I'm ready with the penny.
So we're going to flip Lincoln's head upside down.
Okay, so I take the penny and I make it so that the head is facing down.
Correct.
And then I go into the tire, right?
Correct. Into the tread. And you want to find the shallowest part of the tread because that's the most dangerous point. On a brand new tire, it's the same all the way around.
Okay.
So if you can see that, Lincoln's head is definitely covered up. You don't see the top of his head. You don't see he's probably halfway down his head.
So this is a nice, healthy tire.
Brand new tire, safe as it gets.
Okay. So if I could see Lincoln's hair, we have a problem.
If you can see past the top of his hair, right, if there's a space. So this tread would be that way, sure. So if we get it right next to it, right there is where you're going to see absolutely this tire is worn out. And that's when they're the least safe. It's a progressive thing. It's not like they're safe, and then all of a sudden they're dangerous. They're progressively getting worse, but when they get down this far is when they're really unsafe. You're going to get more nails. You're going to have just a likelihood of more problems. They're usually fatigued. So if you live in Tucson, they've been through 2 or 3 summers. That's when it's the hardest on the tires.
And I have to tell you quickly, I was here last summer when we had Discount Tire on, and after this, I went and did the penny test on mine. All 4 of mine had to be changed. I went right to Discount Tire, and they took care of me the same day within hours.
Awesome.
So I'm like a very happy customer
Good.
here.
Very good.
So now tell us about tire pressure.
Okay, so air pressure, tires are going to lose 2 to 3 pounds a month all by themselves. They just don't have a complete seal. They're somewhat porous, so it just seeps out, which is a natural thing. So checking the air pressure is pretty simple if you know how to use one of these. So we're going to grab the valve somewhere on here. Here it is.
Okay, so we
then take the
little
valve
tire
cap
pressure
off.
Take it off.
And I know it's like this, but what you want to do is when you put it on the valve, you want to use this part of the pressure gauge. So you want to, thumb is usually easiest, and when it'll hiss and then it'll stop. So that tire right now is at 32 pounds of pressure.
And that's good.
Depends on your car. Okay. So on most cars, when you open your door on the driver's side, there's a little sticker. It's called a placard, and it'll tell you what your cold air pressure should be. That's where you want it to be when it's cold. So if you've been driving a little while, then it's going to go up, and that's natural. That's good. They want to inflate a little bit as you drive on them, as they warm up. That'll keep them safe.
Okay.
So that's let's reiterate that. Not every car is going to be the same. So
Correct.
Check your car, go in, look at the sticker, find that number, then do the tire pressure. So if it is below that number, how below are we saying, okay, you're in big trouble?
The lower it gets, the worse your gas mileage gets, okay, and the more quickly the tires wear.
Okay.
So we recommend once a month, come by any Discount Tire. We have banners on the outside of the building that say free air check. Pull up there. We'll come out, do an inspection on the tires. So basically we do our penny test. We have actual gauge, so we measure the tread, make sure that you're safe. Don't forget to check the air in the spare, because if you do get a nail or something, you want that to have air in it. So if you need to use it, it's usable.
Yeah.
We recommend rotating the tires about every 6,000 miles or 6 months, whatever comes first. That's a free charge that we do for any car, whether it's a brand new vehicle or you bought a vehicle used or you went and got tires somewhere else. We'll rotate them for free for you. So air check once a month. We want to see you about every 6 months for a full rotation, and we can do a really super in-depth inspection when we do that too.
And again, happy customer. I was so pleased with the customer service. I felt like everybody was really thorough, and I knew a lot about tires walking out of there. Now, for our viewers who are watching and are like, uh-oh, when was the last time I did this? Where can we find a Discount Tire near us?
You can go to discounttire.com, and they'll have you the locations there for you. One of the things I wanted to mention is the tire gets lower on tread, braking becomes, your emergency braking becomes much further the less tread that it has, especially in the water. So with monsoons coming, you really want to bring it by and let us check it.
So this is huge. I mean, we're talking about heat. Now we're talking about monsoons coming. We're talking about keeping everybody safe. And this is a really huge and important step for our vehicles, Steve.
It is, and we love doing it.
I know. I'm telling you. I didn't want to leave. It was such a great experience. So, Steve, thank you so much for being here and explaining all of this. This is really
welcome.
important.
Thanks for having me so much.
Of course. And if you visit Discount Tire, you can receive a free air pressure and tire safety check. That's right, I said free. For more information, you can call 329-6963 or log on to discounttire.com.